I need to borrow some money. What is this all of a sudden? I thought I told you not to contact me. I think it's time we got over that. I'll give you another chance. I think we can get along. But it was me that cut all communication with you. If we're talking about giving chances, it should be me giving you a chance. But I wasn't planning to. Okay, let's not worry about the details. Besides, I changed my phone number and I don't remember giving you my new one. How did you get it? I asked my little sweet boy for your number. He gave it to me. Oh, this is Philip's fault then? I should have guessed. It just goes to show that the most useful thing to have is a man. Not when the man is such a mommy's boy. I knew he'd tell you eventually. That's beside the point anyway. I need you to give me some money. I don't understand what you're talking about. Why would you need money? What is it for? A couple of days ago, I was taking my walk around the park and I collapsed. Luckily, someone called an ambulance and I was taken to hospital. And? I had to stay in the hospital overnight. The doctor said they needed to do some tests. Then today they told me I have a tumor and they need to run more tests to find out if it's cancerous. Oh, really? That must be so hard for you. So I need to have a surgery as soon as possible. I think the whole cost won't be covered by my insurance, and the additional cost could be something like $10,000. Yeah, that sounds pretty high. I've heard the cancer treatments can be pretty expensive in this country. You have to help me pay for it. I haven't got anything saved up, so you'll have to cover the whole cost. Aren't there charities that help with treatment costs for people in your situation? Have you tried asking about it? The hospital should have an office where you can find out about it. They should have a lot of information for people who need help with finance. I'm not some kind of charity case. If I get help from those kinds of organizations, people will definitely judge. It's not shameful to have to rely on charity sometimes. No one is going to judge you for asking for help. I'd rather use your money, and then I don't have to go through all those annoying finance applications. What? So you're just choosing not to try that just because it's a pain? Can you explain to me why I should help you? I think you should be asking Philip. He's your actual family. He's busy with work at the moment. I don't want to bother him with this. It wouldn't be fair for me to add to his stress with something that I can deal with myself. I'm busy with work too. What's the difference? That's nonsense. You can't be that busy. Don't you work from home? Of course I'm busy. If I work from home or in an office, it's still a full-time job. I work just as much as Philip does. More, actually, sometimes. You're just making these ridiculous excuses because you don't want to pay, aren't you? That's not going to work, Hayley. This is all beside the point. I said I never wanted to hear from you again, and you agreed to stop contacting me. You don't have the right to start messaging me asking for money. You're such an unfeeling person. Don't you have any sympathy for your mother-in-law? We're family, and I'm going through a really tough time right now. Don't you think you could find it in your heart to help? You've never treated me as a member of your family before now, so why would you suddenly start saying that? Oh, don't you think I treat you like family? When I collapsed and was taken to hospital, you did absolutely nothing to help me through it. You're a shameless old cow, aren't you? You collapsed? When was that? The time I got a stomach ulcer from being overstressed. It was so painful I couldn't move. I couldn't even get out of bed. Oh, that time you stayed in bed for 10 days. I honestly thought you were just putting that on. I didn't know you were really in pain. I'm sorry I let you down. Oh, is that so? Don't you remember what you said when the paramedics finally arrived to take me to hospital? I have no idea. I guess you thought I was out of earshot because you said, "Finally, we'll be able to get rid of the cursed woman who stole my son from me." I hope we can claim the life insurance. Oh, right. I remember saying that now. Fine, yes, I was really looking forward to getting rid of you. But it turns out you weren't as sick as you were pretending. It doesn't sound like you've learned to regret being so cruel to me. And I really could have done with that insurance money. What insurance money? My life insurance isn't a lot. It's basically just enough to cover my funeral. I mean the life insurance Philip took out for you. It's a pretty expensive policy. I was hoping to put it towards my retirement fund. Yeah, I could see Philip doing something like that, actually. But you weren't even that unwell. You recovered really quickly. Well, that's thanks to your husband, because he was the only one who thought to call an ambulance for me. That man was always kinder than he needed to be. He really shouldn't have interfered. I remember he was pretty mad with you as well. But if he hadn't done anything, you would have let me die, wouldn't you? I don't think people die from stomach ulcers. You are all overreacting. People maybe don't die from stomach ulcers directly, but they do die from internal bleeding and sepsis, which you can get from an untreated stomach ulcer. Well, that's what happens to people who don't look after their health. I was being treated pretty roughly at the time. I was stuck with all the housework for 10 days while you were in hospital. There was no one at all to help. Well, you never did any housework, so I'm not surprised you found it difficult. You caused so many problems that time. How about you repay me for looking after your house while you were hospitalized? Pay for my surgery and I'll forget all that ever happened. There you go again, making up crazy reasons I should be thankful to you. It's not going to work. You're out of your mind if you think I'm going to help you out. You were prepared to let me die. Look, I'm sorry I was mean to you in the past, but if I don't get this surgery, I won't have long to live. What's that got to do with me? You work and you don't have anything to spend your money on. You don't have any kids. You can afford it. You don't want to get a divorce, do you? No, I don't. I don't understand why you'd bring that up. See, I knew you wouldn't want that. You're so kind. I know you'll have sympathy with me and help me out. If I did, it wouldn't be for your sake. What's with that attitude? You've been rude to me from the very start. You're not happy with just refusing to help me. You're actually enjoying making me pay for all these perceived insults of the past. I'm going to talk to Philip about this. Let's see what he has to say about it. My name is Hayley Richards. I'm 38 years old. I'm a freelance copywriter, working from home 6 days a week. Since I was first married to my husband Philip, his mom, Rita, has been tormenting me and treating me like garbage. She would find fault with absolutely everything that I do, and belittle me and make a fool of me constantly. But she was smart enough to always do it when my husband and his father were out and we were alone. That's why it's difficult for me to prove she treats me so badly. It's basically her word against mine. But she never treated me like family. And after 3 or 4 years, it really started to wear me down. And it doesn't help that Philip is obviously such a mommy's boy. She can't do any wrong in his eyes. I knew he would never accept that she was tormenting me so much, so I didn't even bother telling him. I seriously considered getting a divorce, but despite his horrible mother, I still loved Philip, so I couldn't bring myself to do it. The part that made me finally cut all communication with her was when I fell ill. I'll never get over how she treated me. When my father-in-law found out what was going on, he was very angry with her, and he apologized to me a lot for not noticing what was going on. He said he wouldn't complain if I wanted to cut all ties with her. So we ended up moving house to a place that was much further from theirs. After that, I didn't need to see her so much. Philip was a bit upset because he didn't really understand why we needed to live so far away from them. But his father yelled at him and told him he needed to take care of his wife, so he eventually agreed to move. However, 3 years after that, Philip's father became ill and passed away. So the barrier between our life and hers was suddenly gone. From that point on, she started coming over a lot more, and even went and sold her house and bought a place near ours. I couldn't believe it, but she was suddenly back to tormenting me whenever Philip left us together. Now she's got hold of my new phone number and she's asking for money. What's going to happen to me now?
How dare you treat my mother like that, huh? You're an awful wife.
Excuse me?
I heard all about your chat with my mom yesterday. You point blank refused to help her out. How could you be so insensitive?
Wouldn't it be normal for her to ask you for help if she's in financial trouble? Why is she asking me? It doesn't make sense at all.
She's done so much for you. She always comes over and takes care of things. You should be happy to have the opportunity to repay some of her kindness.
I have no recollection of her ever helping me out, actually.
Oh, don't lie. You basically forced her to do your chores for 10 days once.
So you just believe her ridiculous lies without even hearing my side of the story? It was me that was imposed upon that time. And apart from that 10 days, she has literally never, ever done anything to take care of me.
I hope you're not going to start making excuses again. Mom said yesterday you just kept on making up stories as though you were the innocent one. I think you should stop complaining for once and pay for her surgery like a good daughter-in-law.
But you're her son. Why are you trying to shift the responsibility onto me?
So, you're saying that you don't even care if Mom dies because she couldn't get a treatment you could afford to pay for?
She's the one person who has treated me the worst out of everybody in the world. I really have no responsibility to help her out. And I'm pretty sure you can afford it too.
That time you got sick, she didn't mean to let you get so bad. She was just confused. She didn't know what she was doing because she thought that you were play acting. She wasn't trying on purpose to hurt you.
Even before that happened, she would let me do all the housework and all the chores and then go around to her neighbors and complain that I never did anything. All the neighbors thought I was a terrible person while I was working my butt off to keep the whole house clean and hold down a full-time job.
There's nothing wrong with that, really. All mothers complain about their sons' wives.
She even slapped me on several occasions and put laundry detergent in my food. That's not something you can do by accident. It was definitely on purpose to try and make me sick.
That's not her being mean to you, it's discipline. She was trying to teach you after you did something wrong.
When I was lying in bed with a stomach ulcer and I couldn't eat, sleep, or move because of the pain, she didn't call an ambulance. She just stood there and laughed.
It's not my mom's fault you got a stomach ulcer, is it? How can you turn that into something she did wrong?
If you see someone in that much pain, I think it's normal to try to do something to help. She was enjoying it.
You can't put all the responsibility for your failings onto her. Don't be so stupid, Hayley.
Well, whatever you say. Even if you refuse to believe all of these things, I'm not paying for her surgery.
Do you know the consequences of that decision? You're being very foolish right now.
Yes, don't worry. I know exactly what might happen, and I'm prepared for it.
Oh, really? Then get ready to be punished because I'm going to be getting my revenge for this. Are you sure you can handle it?
Hayley! How are you these days? I hear you got taken to hospital. That can't be good. Poor you. You pushed me into the street. I got hit by a car because of you. Are you happy with yourself? Yes, that road is really very busy. I'm sure if you fell off the sidewalk, there's every chance you would get hit by a car. How unlucky for you. I can't believe you can do something so awful and act so calm about it. Both of you were there. You're both responsible for this.
I told you, didn't I? I said I would get my revenge, and I did.
My sweet boy and I are going to take it in turns to get our own back on you. Just you wait and see. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Oh, I've heard that one before. That is a good one, Mom.
Revenge is sweet. I've always had a good sense of humor. I should have been a comedian. What you both did is a criminal offense. Do you think I'm just going to let you get away with it?
Obviously, you haven't been listening very well. What we did was just exact a punishment for the wrong you did to us.
That's right. This is our way of teaching you a lesson. Because we love you and we only want what's best for you. We just want you to learn. You've got no idea, have you? You're not sorry at all. I'm going to contact the police about this. I hope you've prepared your story.
Oh, do your worst, but you should know, if you snitch on us, we're definitely getting a divorce.
I'd be happy with that. I'm going to make sure you pay for this. You've broken the law, and you'll have to answer for it. You don't have the guts. Well, I was already thinking about getting a divorce, so it's actually fine. I'm not going to be sad about it. What?
You can't be serious.
Are you surprised? I thought we talked about this already. You were the one who gave me an ultimatum. Anyway, it's decided now.
Can you just hold on a second? You can't be thinking about getting a divorce because we pushed you one time. You are totally overreacting.
It's such an insignificant thing. You're such an ungenerous person. I can't believe you'd be so vindictive. So neither of you can understand how much stress and anxiety you've been causing me, and how badly you've treated me. You really don't understand the consequences of your actions, do you?
But we're not the ones who knocked you down with the car. The guy who ran into you has the most responsibility for this. It's not really our fault that you got injured, is it?
I don't know. It's such a busy street. I think it would have been pretty obvious that if you pushed me, I would get hit by a car. Anyway, I've already received a full apology from the guy who ran into me. And he has dashcam footage. He said I could use it. Well, then that's already dealt with, isn't it? Let's put it behind us. You should probably let me finish. You're very insistent, aren't you? It's not like you were badly injured. The car barely scratched you. My injuries were life-threatening, Rita. I had a punctured lung and internal bleeding. I also had a pretty bad head injury, and I was in a coma for 2 days before I came round. Oh, really? I didn't know. Well, obviously you wouldn't know that because neither of you came to visit me in the hospital, nor even called to see how I was doing.
Oh, stop exaggerating. It's not like we purposefully took your life. You're alive, aren't you?
Oh, didn't you?
What do you mean by that?
I very nearly died, according to the doctor. I went into cardiac arrest when I was in the operating room. You've got to be joking. No, not a joke. They had to resuscitate me. The doctors and nurses said I gave them quite a fright.
That can't be true.
Do you know what that means for you both? Of course it doesn't mean anything for us. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so glad you pulled through, Hayley.
You clearly have no idea what I mean, do you? It might have been only momentarily, but I died because of what you did. How does that make you feel?
I guess... I don't know.
You guys basically caused my death, so I hope you're proud of yourselves. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you? You don't really need to go that far.
That's right, Hayley. You can't blame us for something that never actually happened. I think you should stop dragging this out.
I'm planning on dragging this out for as long as it takes. For the rest of my life, if necessary. Anyway, you're fine now, aren't you? Clearly my problems are far more important than yours right now. Excuse me? You're in no danger of dying now, but if I don't get my surgery, I'll probably die soon. Don't you care at all?
Your problems can't even compare to ours right now. My mom's life is in danger. Compared to her, you're nothing.
How can you say that to your wife? I know we talked about divorce, but you can't just act like I'm already dead to you. Tell your doctor that you need to get discharged right now. You're running up bills lying in hospital like that. You're recovering now, so you can at least do a little bit of work while you rest.
You have debts that you have to repay us for, so I think you'll spend the rest of your life serving us.
Do you losers have any idea what you're saying? You don't even have a leg to stand on here. Who do you think you're talking to like that, young lady? Women these days never learn to respect their elders and betters. You must be absolutely crazy if you think I'm going to just lie down and take this.
What is up with you? You never talk like this.
Oh, it's nothing. I've just really reached the end of my tether now. I'm never going to forgive you devious low-life cheaters for this. What? You're both scum. I'm going to knock you down until there's no way you'll ever get back up.
How exactly are you going to do that then?
I was seriously injured because of your actions, but you haven't even tried to express any regret for that. It's like you don't even recognize you did wrong. Instead, you try and coerce me into going back to work so I can give you money. Again. I really think you've gone too far this time. The pair of you are going to hell for this. I'm going to see to it personally. Now, you wait just a second. Who's the one refusing to pay for my cancer treatment? You think we're going to hell? Take a look at yourself. You've got no right to ask me for money. You've done nothing but torment me and look down on me from the moment we met.
Hayley, I think you should calm down.
I'm not going to calm down, Philip. If you knew me at all, you'd know that telling me to calm down is just going to make me even angrier. Anyway, the divorce is already decided. I'll send the paperwork over this afternoon. And I'm not going to have any worries about turning you both over to the police as soon as I can. What are you saying? I thought you were just bluffing about that. I'm not bluffing about any of this. It's all happening now. What about my surgery? You're not actually going to refuse to pay for it. Have I been talking to a brick wall this entire time? Of course I'm not going to pay for it. That's what I've been saying all along. Get this into your thick head, Rita. I'm not going to pay even one measly cent for your surgery. Your son can afford it.
You wouldn't dare. I'll never forgive you if you refuse to help.
Oh, shut up, Philip. Who do you think you are? Do you think your opinion of me matters to anyone?
It should.
Both of you need to just calm down. What's wrong with you today, Hayley? You've never been like this before.
I still think that you're completely overreacting. Even if you did get pushed in front of a car, there's no reason for you to be this angry.
Can't you hear yourself? You both helped to push me into traffic on a busy street, where cars were traveling at high speed. How is that okay? But neither of us really thought you'd get hit so badly. We thought you'd just get a little bit scratched and learn your lesson. As if. That's a downright lie. The whole point was for me to be hit by a car, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then explain why we were standing for so long on the sidewalk while I was asking you what was going on. You were both totally waiting for the right moment so I would get hit by a car. No, we honestly couldn't have known what would happen. Maybe not, but you could imagine it. And I'm sure you could imagine that big life insurance policy paying out too, couldn't you? I don't know what to say. And you never once considered coming to see me in the hospital. I bet you thought the doctors would be angry with you.
Weren't they? Did you tell the doctors what happened?
I guess you both hate me so much. You really just wanted me to die, didn't you?
No, I never said that I wanted you to die. We both really love you and just want you to be okay.
We both just wanted you to learn to be a good and obedient wife. We never had an idea that we would cause you so much pain. You can't make out that we did this on purpose.
If you had a problem with anything we did, you should have talked to us about it at the time. You can't come accusing us now.
Shut up, Philip. Neither of you have heard a word I've said, have you? I'm not talking about everything that happened in the past, even if I have got plenty to complain about. Let's just talk about it all calmly. You can say everything you want to say and we'll listen. We can understand each other and work through this like a proper family. You have no right to ask me to treat you like family, since you've never treated me that way. I've told you this before, and I'm sick of you making me repeat myself. Fine! I'm sorry. Everything is our fault. Will that do? From now on, I promise to treat you like family and respect your boundaries and help with the chores. Just tell me what to do.
I'll apologize as well. I'm sorry, Hayley. Please, can you forgive us?
If everyone could pay for their crimes with apologies, there wouldn't be any need for a police force, would there?
No, but we're not talking about a serious felony here, are we?
With all of the awful things you've done, do you really think you'll get away with a half-baked fake apology message you sent on WhatsApp?
It's not fake. We're sincerely sorry. It's a real apology.
This is not the kind of situation where you can just get away with being sincerely sorry. If you're not prepared to accept our apologies, that's on you. You've had your chance to forgive and forget. The way you go on like that, it just keeps getting less likely that I'll ever forgive you. When I finally get out of hospital, I'm cutting both of you out of my life for good. I'm done with this now. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, Hayley, stop with all of this. You know if you cut ties with us now, we'll be totally helpless. I can't afford to pay for my mother's surgery. I thought that you knew that.
Ah, here's some truth. Finally. Yeah, I know you can't afford it. I saw your bank statements the other day. You spent all of your savings on very dubious and risky investments. And Rita is basically just living off her pension, aren't you? Nothing saved up at all.
That's all true. We really just need the money for the surgery, and that's it. After that, we'll do what you want. I'll get a divorce or anything.
But I can't afford it either.
How about half? You can put in half, and we'll pay for the rest with the loan or something.
I can't afford even half. I'm paying my own hospital bills now. That's all I can manage. And I'm not going to have time to get much work done either, because I'll be busy talking to the police about my injuries and my case against you both.
You don't have to talk to the police, do you? If the police get involved, I'll never be able to show my face around town again. I'll be an outcast.
It'll be a great chance for you to take some time to consider what a horrible person you've been and how badly you've acted towards me. I hope you enjoy reflecting on that for a long time in hell, or prison, whichever comes first. I spent some time in hospital after that to recover from my injuries, but the recovery went well and I was discharged pretty quickly. When I was finally allowed to go home, I went straight to the police for advice about what happened to me. They said if there was enough evidence it was intentional, then I could prosecute. In the end, Philip and Rita were both arrested and spent time in prison. I got a divorce from Philip and moved to a different town where nobody knows me. I don't know if it's true, but I heard a rumor that because she was arrested, Rita couldn't apply to a charity to get money for her surgery. She didn't get the procedure and died sometime afterwards. I feel sorry that it ended that way for her, but I really think this is an example of you reap what you sow. Perhaps if she had always treated me well, she'd still be alive. On the other hand, I know that because this all happened, I was able to escape a really troubling and difficult situation. It was causing me stress and ultimately nearly led to me losing my life. These days, I'm just enjoying being single and living my own life. I sometimes feel a little embarrassed I spent so much energy trying to suck up to those horrible people, so that I would feel just a little bit loved and wanted. But I'm trying not to waste too much time dwelling on the past. I've decided to try and look to the future and be thankful for what I still have. Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. See you next time!